What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And this week my streams are kind of irregular because this is actually a very big week, right? As you can see, the market is super volatile. This is the ETH chart. Yesterday was a huge dump. Now you see this, 30 minutes, within like 30 minutes, right? I mean, like a $30 change. So market's super volatile. We'll talk about this chart very shortly. But today's topic is actually that do you know we are actually very early if we are trading cryptocurrency, because in the whole world, only 0.3% of individual wealth is being invested into cryptocurrencies. Okay, so recently BCG, Bitget, and also Futures Ventures, which is a three different entities, release a joint report, right? So they did a joint report called "What Does the Future Hold for Crypto Exchanges?" And it is really interesting to see this, right? Bitget is kind of like an exchange. BCG is Boston Consulting Group, which is a big consulting company. And Foresight Ventures, I think it's more like research driven. So three different companies have to come together to generate this report. So this is the website. Link is in the description link below. If you're interested, you can go to this website and download this report. Once you go to this report, this is actually a 48-page report, so it's pretty long. But it basically has the title, "What Does the Future Hold for Crypto Exchanges?" Right? So it talks about there's an executive summary, which is summarizing the whole report. Then it talks about crypto adoption and growth potential. Why crypto is here to stay. This is still in the beginning. And then three macro trends affecting the growth of crypto exchanges, and also centralized crypto trading, a large market opportunity. Then they talk about the different regions, right? And also the composition of these different type of exchanges in different regions, which is really interesting to see, because if you look at different regions, different exchanges, like centralized exchanges, have different market shares in different regions, right? But you could see that Binance is actually like pretty big as well. So they talk about centralized exchange and decentralized exchange, how they're gonna grow together, and also this. So basically, this is what the report is about. If you do have time, if crypto exchanges is an interesting topic to you, I would definitely suggest you to check this out. But just to be sure, like they did just to keep this short, right? I want to share that where I got the source, right? So shout out to Mouse. I have been covering his stuff. He previously, I really liked his show about token allocations, right? So Mouse, and I'm talking about token allocations. I'm thinking of doing a show tomorrow talking about sustainability in terms of token rewards, which is a thread I saw on Reddit. So I'll probably cover that tomorrow. So basically, Miles read this report, he shared it, and there are 5 facts you need to know. And this is the 5 facts. So only 0.3% of individual wealth is invested in crypto. For comparison, over 25% is invested in equities, right? So it seems like in the global world, still a majority, only a quarter of the global world is invested in equities, right? So this indicates there's a significant headroom for growth, right? And another headroom for growth is whether we, the crypto has been adopted, right? So according to the report, crypto is still at the beginning of the adoption curve. So what they did is they compared it with the internet, right? So right now we are here for Web3, so we are still very early, okay? All right. So next, institutional adoption is rising fast. Hedge fund VC doubled their crypto exposure from 35 billion to 70 billion from Q4 2020 to Q4 2021. Okay, so BCG expects allocation to continue to rise, institutional investment picking up momentum, right? So what it means is that in these low periods, right, institutions right now are coming in, and to be honest, this is a very great way for them to buy if they have a very long-term vision of crypto, right? We don't know, right, whether crypto in the future could become like a decentralized database in the future, right? So if you have that mindset, if you're bullish on that, I think institutions are seeing this, and therefore they are getting into the space. But it doesn't mean that the market is not going to be volatile, right? At the same time, I did cover a report a while back from UBS saying how family offices are on the sidelines, but they are interested, like crypto curious, right? And the thing that's stopping them from investing is actually regulation, clear regulation. So if there is more regulation, which I'm going to talk about today as well, maybe that could bring in new money and more institutional money. So he also talked about developing countries offer huge scope for growth, okay, which is really cool because in very well developed countries, right, we do have a lot of infrastructures, credit cards, and stuff like that, right? But for developing countries, there's a huge potential because I saw this from Altcoin Daily today, right? So they shared this article from NBC about how Cubans turn to cryptocurrency amid heavy U.S. sanctions. For those of you who do not know, right, many people in Cuba cannot use internationally accepted credit card or debit card due to U.S. sanction placed on the country. Okay, so that is why a lot of people use cryptocurrency. A lot of people use cryptocurrency for day-to-day transaction, and that is why Lightning Network is so important, right? So definitely there is adoption, especially in developing countries, okay? And both centralized and decentralized exchange are set to experience growth, and the future will consist of coexistence between both of them, right? For those of you who do not know, actually there was a DeFi exchange that was trading with the same volume at Coinbase, right? So it really does show you a perspective, right? I think it was Uniswap or something like that was trading at the same volume as Coinbase. So it really gives you a perspective of DeFi. So that's it, guys. If you are trading crypto, if you're here, we are still so early, and usually opportunity comes when something is growing, right? Opportunity do not come in a mature market, but it comes where there's arbitrage opportunity, and when a market is developing, where there's new money coming in, right? So that's where even though the market is extremely volatile, we are still here, right? And I still do this show, and I see like out of so many technology, why Web3 is fascinates me is because of this, right? We are at the precipice of something big, that is something new. If we push aside all the speculation, if we push aside that, the technology itself is really interesting. So moving on to traditional news, okay. For those of you who do not know, today we'll have UPS, Coca-Cola, General Motors. So General Motors just announced the result, fell short of earning. That's why the market dumped a bit. McDonald's, Alphabet, Microsoft, Visa, and Chipotle. So Alphabet, Microsoft is going to release the result by the end of the day, right? So by then, super volatile. 5 things to know before stock opens today. Stock futures. So this is relevant as well. So stock futures slide yesterday because Walmart cut its profit outlook Monday. Okay, so they are warning. So Walmart is one of the biggest retailer, right? They are going to be the one that has the most data about inflation, how it is affecting consumers, right? So what happened is that they were saying that people are worried about recession, okay? Lowered a profit guidance, and also they're saying that people are not buying, things like people are buying necessities, simply put, right? People are not using money to buy enjoyment things like a flat screen TV, or they're not buying other stuff, right? They're buying necessity because they're being hit by inflation, because they can feel the prices going up. So McDonald's, and when this happened, right, yesterday, boom, you have this downwards, right? So that is why I was saying yesterday, this is gonna be extremely volatile, right? Once this report came out, once Walmart came out with this, boom, went down, and then this huge wick down in 15 minutes. Now we're going back down, right? 13,980 1,398. This is actually caused by General Motors, right? So basically, in this morning, they announced the result. It fell short of Wall Street's expectation. Boom, dump. And also, we have the Fed's meeting that's going to start today. So 2 days later, or in between, we might have some news about the basis point rate hike. Market is pricing in a 75 basis points. If it's 100 basis point, then boom, it is to Goblin Town we go. But extremely volatile, guys. Today, the market was just trading sideways. The market, is not really affected by the Asian, Japanese, or like the Asian, European market, right? Everyone is just waiting for the US market to provide guidance, and boom, super volatile. Hopefully it goes back to 14,000, or else if it goes here, then it is a sideways movement for another new range. Definitely, guys, crypto market below 1 trillion. Okay, we are at 965.57 billion, a 4.23% decrease. Definitely a sea of green. If we look at this crypto market cap, interestingly, guys, look at this, right? The market has front run a lot of people. So basically what this means is that when you see the spike increase in a stable coins token by market cap, it basically means that a lot of people sold and is currently holding stable coins, right? And at the same time, it could be positive in the sense that there's a lot of stable coin on the sidelines. So whether these dips might not be longer than we expected, right? Because if people find that these dips or these huge wick down is super attractive price, if Film 2.0 is coming, probably they will deploy the stable coin, right? So basically it means that the money haven't left the system, right? But in general, market cap is down. Let us look at the crypto Bitcoin dominance by 7 days. Bitcoin pretty much, straight, nothing much to share here. So have yet to see. Bitcoin exchange reserve positive, net flow negative. So the net flow was caused by a few days ago. Ethereum, let's look at the net flow by 1 week. Slightly creeping up. Okay, exchange reserve. Slightly creeping up. So yeah, be careful, guys. So when more crypto go into the exchanges, it means that they are going there to sell. I actually forgot my transition. Here's my transition if anyone will watch this later. So other traditional news are CFTC, which is the commission that I talked about a while back. There might be a new bill that would make them like one of the official commission to regulate cryptocurrencies in the US. They are ramping up on hiring. Okay, they are announcing a new tech innovation office to oversee crypto. So basically, what it says that with more world in regulating crypto, basically this commission. So CFTC is basically Commodities Futures Trading Commission, right? Once people are in the office, right, we could pretty much assume that there would be more and more regulations, more and more suggestions, more and more enforcement, okay? So just to let you know, and at the same time, SEC launches probe into Coinbase over alleged securities listing report. So basically what happened is that SEC are saying that, hey, actually 9 different type of cryptocurrencies should be securities, right? But Coinbase said, no, these are not securities. So we'll have yet to see. So I covered this a while back, but this is being reported again because this has some sort of significance, right? They are reportedly investigating Coinbase for allowing US residents to trade unregistered securities, right? So if these are securities, if you're holding these tokens, be careful, guys. Another thing, but not in the US, in the Philippines, okay, there is a think tank that wants to ban Binance for some reason, and then they have submitted like a proposal, right? They are asking like a complaint, right? Calling on the Philippine Securities Exchange Commission to crack down Binance activity in the Philippines, right? So some fraud related to Binance in the Philippines. They're saying that Binance has been operating illegally and that type of stuff. But then, interestingly, the news comes shortly after the Philippine Department of Trade and Industry waved off a Binance ban proposal in early July, right? Citing a lack of regulatory clarity from the BSP. Okay, so yeah, like if you're in the Philippines, if you see this, definitely keep track of the news. See if the think tank was able to get the filings, approved. Whether the SEC Philippines have any comment on this, right? So let us see if there's any NFT news from LFG. So yeah, I've been doing my stream a little bit early. So no NFT news today. But I could call about the ones from yesterday. So let us change the transition. Actually, I did talk about this yesterday. But that's the problem with me doing these streams a bit early. Usually LFG news, they come up with the news around like 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? But doesn't matter. I can still pull up some other data in terms of NFTs if you're interested. But really nothing much, right? I'll give you an overview about the market in terms of the floor price, okay? All right, so this is Flip Finance, guys. If you look at this, in general, all the crypto market NFT floor prices have dropped a bit, okay? Look at these 24 hours changes in terms of the floor price. If you look at it by 7 days, even more drop. So basically, it really shows you that the crypto market has a correlation with the NFT market, right? And at the same time, yeah, these are huge drops, right? In terms of the ownership change, okay, other these, wow, minus 286. So basically after the first trip, there is no noise right now. And also at the same time, Yuga might be a target of potential class auction lawsuit like yesterday. So I think that could have some effect towards the brand. At the same time, NFT world, more and more owners, okay, because they are announcing that they're going to create their own game, okay. super cool world, less owners and stuff like that. Really nothing much to talk about in terms of the market, in terms of NFT, right? So yeah, let's call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to the market. The market is definitely volatile. I think everyone's focus is really on the traditional equities market. How is it going to affect the crypto market rather than NFTs? But of course, there are different type of trades in NFTs. Interestingly, last 24 hours change in terms of delisted, right? One thing I could share, SuperNormal is doing something pretty interesting. So I was a holder. I mean, I am a holder. So what they're doing is that they're doing like a delist campaign, right? So if you don't delist it, something will happen to your NFT. So that's why there was a slight reduction of delistings, right? So yeah, that's the thing about SuperNormal. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys. This is your host Non-Fungible TC signing out.